Taurus, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for my Taurus collective. Any major Taurus placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This reading could play out at any point in time. This reading may or may not be for you. So, Taurus, let's jump right in. I kind of get this feeling like you're questioning your entire belief system. So it's like a breakdown of all of these false beliefs taking place with many in the Taurus collective. So I'm curious to kind of see what comes through for you. We're actually going to start off today by using the Quantum Oracle deck. There we go. Yeah. A breakdown of your belief systems and perhaps maybe reevaluating your social networking skills and calling in some new supportive soulful connections and really standing in your present power, standing in, the light of truth of what it is that you believe for yourself. So I kind of feel like you're going through a major reevaluation of foundations in your life, and there's definitely this shift in consciousness, like this crossroads energy. So let's see what needs to come through for you, Taurus. What energies need to come through for you. So you are encouraged to stand in your present power and, face any challenging energies or conflicting energies with confidence that you have built a solid foundation of self. Maybe there's going to be a shakeup, an event of some sort that might create some conflict with some family and friends. And maybe these conflicts are going to trigger a lot of repressed emotions below the surface. But let's see what needs to come through for you, Taurus. I think you're stepping into some very good, vibrant energy. I kind of feel like the wheel is spinning you forward, and you're kind of on the pathway of authenticity and integrity. So let's see what needs to come through for you, Taurus. Friends and colleagues, yeah. So a major reevaluation of the people that you've been spending time with. Maybe, you don't want to spend time with people that sit around and drink and gossip all the time. I'm not sure why that's coming up, but I think maybe you have fear around breaking free from, a current group of friends, but you want peace in your life. You want true love in your life, and you have a lot of love to give. So I think you've kind of been stuck, kind of playing it safe, playing into some fear-based energies, some lack mentality when it comes to this expansion in consciousness. The energy is shifting. I think you are being encouraged to embrace any fear when it comes to breaking free from some friends and colleagues that maybe just aren't in alignment with your higher calling, because I don't think you can keep playing it safe if you want to call in that true loving kindred partnership. So I think love is in focus, and I think a major reevaluation of people that are keeping you stuck, preventing you from stepping into your truest authenticity. I kind of feel you've been doing a lot of inner reflection recently, really getting to know who you are, really getting to love yourself. And I do feel like you finally are at this place where you love the person in the mirror looking back at you, Taurus. And I kind of feel you're reaching this place of inner peace, but there's a need to release any fear below the surface. Or maybe you fear the person that you're connected with is not going to break free from a social structure that's just not working for them. I'm being shown all of these people gathering, drinking, gossiping, creating all kinds of drama. And maybe there's a social circle here that's, feeding the fear, feeding the illusion, keeping somebody stuck, playing it safe when it comes to setting some intentions coming towards you. But I do feel you got a lot of love to give. Your heart is open. You're ready to receive. You're balanced. You set that pure intention like, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for a kindred partnership. I'm ready for a brand new beginning in love. And maybe you've been trying to attract in a soulmate, because I do feel you're standing in the light of truth. You're honoring your truth, your boundaries, your beliefs, and you're breaking apart everything that doesn't kind of fit in this new mystic healing energy that you've kind of been in. And maybe you're getting ready to travel. Maybe you're going to be making some plans to travel, or maybe somebody is making some plans to travel to come and see you. But I feel this beautiful spiritual kindred partnership trying to come in, and you are in alignment to receive that. But there's this underlying fear and these dark thoughts maybe preventing somebody from taking action towards you. But I do feel you know your worth. You know your value, Taurus, and you're not going to settle for anything less than a lifetime partnership. If you notice the two swans on the peace card, you just want peace in your life. You're done looking back at the past. And you know that a brand new beginning in love is coming, and maybe you're this lighthouse energy. Maybe you are kind of like shining a light on somebody's negative vices, and you're just kind of patiently waiting for that lone wolf to make a move is kind of what I'm feeling, Taurus. But let's jump in with some tarot. The Hermit. So yeah, I really do feel you've been spending a lot of time in peaceful meditation, really getting to know yourself, spending that time in meaningful solitude, and shining your light as that example for others. And I feel maybe you're ready to step into the honoring path of becoming that spiritual mentor, but you've been going through a period of self-discovery, really embracing your own spirituality. There's your energy, the Hierophant, wise counsel. And I kind of feel maybe it's time for you to break free from these traditional methods. And you've got some new ideas coming in, and you know what it is that you want to manifest in your life. So I think you are this magician. Could be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini, but I think you know exactly what it is that you want in your life, and you've been manifesting success, and you believe that you can achieve it. And I think you've got this very enthusiastic energy around you, Taurus, very optimistic, very creative, and maybe a little bit impatient. Although Taurus is very good at being patient, but when the horns come out, impatience can be an issue. But I think you're kind of just allowing whatever opportunities come forward for you to be presented. And I feel like you're kind of just soaring in your creative spirituality. I kind of feel you're in union with mind, body, and soul, and with your divine guidance, with your angelic team. And I think you're ready to just fuel your passions and get started in a new endeavor, because I think you've dedicated a lot of time to your spirituality, and you might be a little bit protective and apprehensive of, you know, what you've built for your life. And you're likely paying close attention to the details, taking that step back, being the observer, and you're just waiting. Your waiting is kind of what I'm feeling. And I do also feel you have a guardian angel that's watching over you. And I kind of feel you're stepping into a great time of joy and success, Taurus. So I think get ready for an epiphany. Or maybe your person is going to be going through an epiphany, and it's going to lead you through the magical doorway of a new opportunity. So whatever you've been manifesting, whatever you've been planning, I think it's about to work out perfectly. So maybe you just kind of need to send gratitude to the divine for all of these blessings that are coming forward. I think, you know, you've mastered, you know, all of the material world, and you've laid down all of these past burdens. And I think maybe you're just waiting for somebody to release some fear, who's been stuck playing it safe, maybe because they received some poor advice from a social circle, some friends and colleagues. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Taurus. We just got the Queen of Swords out with the Empress. So yeah, you've definitely owned it. You know exactly who you are, and you've gone through profound transformation. The Empress gives birth to their dreams, and that is your energy. So I think it's taken a lot of strength to break free from an old mindset, an old belief system, maybe all the way back from childhood. And I kind of feel you've released all kinds of people, situations that no longer serve you, because the Ten of Wands just flipped out. And I think you're kind of in this energy of being career focused. So there's that wise counsel. I think you've mastered a beautiful lesson recently, and you're definitely in that pre-Empress, Empress energy. And I think you're enjoying the fruits of your labor from this spiritual transformation that you've gone through. And I do feel you're standing in your personal power. And I really don't see an offer coming in here of any kind, but the overall outcome is that Two of Cups. So I think in the past you were deeply hurt. Maybe you went through a divorce in the past. It doesn't have to be, but closing out a relationship cycle, releasing somebody out of your life that just wasn't serving your highest purpose. And I think maybe you've reached a place of purification, and you can look back and kind of see the lighter side of the lesson. And I think you're in this very brilliant energy. I think you've mastered a lot of life experiences, and you're kind of stepping into this non-judgmental viewpoint. You're likely very single, and you're likely very magnetically attractive at this time, Taurus. I think somebody knows it's time to take action towards you. You're likely in all kinds of creative energy when it comes to maybe mastering a new project or, you know, manifesting abundance and prosperity in your life. And I think you're definitely standing in your personal power. Could be dealing with a Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Taurus, Libra, but I think you've mastered benevolent assertiveness. The Empress leads from the heart. The Empress is unconditional love. She is the giver of life. She is the mother of all mothers. And I think there's this magical aura about you, this beautiful, compassionate kindness that you're kind of radiating, Taurus. And I think you've kind of looked at the past, reviewed the past with a lot of compassion, likely offered forgiveness to people that have hurt you in the past. And I think you've come to this realization that you've always been stronger than you ever knew. And you've definitely done a lot of internal reflection when it comes to an old mindset, breaking free from any illusions of the mind. And you've embraced self-confidence. I think maybe in the past, if you went through a very painful ending, you were likely feeling hopeless. And maybe you didn't have that self-confidence. And maybe you were afraid to take action to, you know, really embrace truly knowing who you are and loving yourself. But I feel you've taken responsibility for your life. You've laid down a lot of burdens from the past, and you've kind of gotten yourself into a place of balance. And maybe now people will be coming to you for that wise counsel because you've mastered a lesson. But I kind of feel you're done with all of these traditional methods. You're kind of trusting in the divine inspiration that you've been receiving when it comes to maybe a work situation that will be spiritually minded within the community. And I kind of feel you've mastered this lesson of standing up for yourself, standing up for your beliefs. And you're really standing in this very confident energy. And I think you've definitely challenged those in power, and you kind of have mastered the lesson of choosing your battles wisely is kind of what I feel, Taurus. And you're definitely single, grounded, stable, solid, could possibly even be a business owner, could possibly be self-employed, happily and successfully self-employed, Taurus. And I think you're just enjoying the fruits of your transformation, of the labors that you've put in, the time and effort and the hard work that you've done, I think is really leading you to something very, very special. Because, you know, the overall outcome is this Two of Cups. I think you're ready. I think you've mastered the art of self-love, and you truly do love yourself, and you're ready for a deep spiritual kindred partnership. I think after a long period of time of perhaps prolonged grieving, focusing on the negative, focusing on everything that didn't turn out in your life in the past. And this was a big, big lesson in forgiveness for you is kind of what I feel, Taurus. And understanding that everything happens for a reason, and the Queen of Swords does look at the hidden blessings in the lessons and can look back and find the humor in any negative situations. But I think you're ready to fall in love again. You are ready for a new romantic relationship and to release all of these challenges, all of these burdens. So, you know, I think you've never ever given up on love through all of the challenges that you faced, even though maybe you were left out in the cold in the past. But I feel what you've been through is motivational. It's inspiring to others. And maybe this is you stepping into a leadership role, maybe stepping into the spotlight. Leo is spotlight energy. Maybe you're here to be a public speaker of some sort, Taurus, but I think you are being asked to keep your eyes on the big picture, to, you know, manifest and communicate your visions into physical existence. So let's take a look at this Eight of Swords reversed, because I do feel like a breaking free of an old mindset, a family tradition that is just not in alignment with this new higher frequency that you're embodying. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Definitely a blending of, you know, family traditions and your own personal beliefs, and coming to, you know, that truth of what is right for you. I think you've been going through this period of refinement. You've likely had to overcome a lot of obstacles recently in order for you to embrace faith, knowing that everything always does work out. And it might not feel like that at the time that we go through all of these obstacles and challenges, but everything always turns out. And maybe this was a lesson in, you know, clear communication. But I feel this rebalancing, and you've embraced self-control. You've embraced patience, because the Empress is patient. She waits for that blessing to arrive, and it arrives when Divine says it's time. And I feel this extraordinary balance as you reach this place of compromise from the inside. And you've definitely fueled that flame, that fire, and I feel you're brilliant. You're talented, Taurus, and you're very independent. And I think there's nothing that you cannot do, Taurus, but you definitely got to believe in yourself, and I think that you do. So maybe in the past you did underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. And maybe right now you're kind of working on a balance between your career and your family life. You very well could have children. And maybe you're going to have a lot of new doorways of opportunity opening up after a period of feeling left out. So I kind of feel you've got crystal clear clarity when it comes to moving forward. And I do think you might have many options when it comes to a lover, when it comes to falling in love, because the Empress has many, many options, and she isn't going to go chasing a man, Taurus. She's going to just sit there on her throne, enjoy her creative success, stand in her personal power, and trust that the Divine is going to bring her an equal match when the time is right. So maybe this is a period of time where you're exploring different options, you know, going out on dates and putting yourself back out there after, you know, reaching this place of resolution within, because you want that happy marriage. You want that happily ever after, Taurus. You want that deep emotional contentment after maybe many cycles over of loss and ghosting and abandonment. And I feel a loving relationship is very important to you, and raising your children is very important to you. And having people in your life that you can trust is important to you. So I think release any unfounded fear. What is meant for you is already seeking you, Taurus. So stop expecting the worst. I don't think you're going to be single forever. I think this was a period of growth when it comes to all of these past situations, in order for you to refocus your thought process, in order for you to reprogram your mind and how it works, because there's going to be an amazing new opportunity coming forward, because I do feel the time is now for action. And whatever was unjust in the past, whatever was, you know, not fair and right, I feel you stood up for what it is that you believe in, Taurus. You stood in that truth, and maybe you've looked at all sides of these situations from the past, and you're kind of in this position of integrity is what I feel. And maybe there's going to be a karmic rebalancing. I do think you need to protect what it is that you've built, and to be prepared maybe for a shakeup. Maybe somebody's coming out of that fear and coming in with a lot of action is kind of what I'm feeling. But let's take a look at this Two of Cups, because it feels like a love offer is coming, Taurus, and I'm not sure who it's from, because I only see you coming out here. So I kind of feel there's going to be some quick forward motion here. Maybe you were dealing with a masculine that was dealing with somebody else, but I feel you got a lot of love and compassion to give. I do feel you've likely got some psychic gifts, and you're done self-sacrificing. You definitely got a cup of love to give somebody. You could have some water in your chart, but there's that masculine. There's your true pair, the King of Swords. I kind of feel maybe in the past somebody's got some regrets going towards another lover of some sort, and maybe dealing with somebody where they were self-sacrificing, definitely not using their logic, and maybe somebody that you've lost a lot of respect for. Somebody definitely received some poor advice, and they were not fair. They did not treat you fair. There was not clear communication. They were not emotionally available. And I also feel wherever they're at now, they're with somebody, they're very discontent. They're not on the same page. The King and Queen of Swords is a true pair. And I feel like somebody's really grumpy. Somebody is miserable, definitely dissatisfied. And they know maybe it's time to come forward and communicate clearly about an ending with the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, because I feel maybe this person wanting to come in and communicate has been going through a period of mental exhaustion, and they need a break. I feel you've been receiving insights in meditation about this situation, and And I kind of feel somebody here that's in a relationship where they're definitely not available emotionally because maybe their heart is set on you. And I think there is going to be a lot of passionate communication, maybe a lot of communication about a recent ending, in order to lay down a long-standing burden, something that was not just, something that was not fair. Because I think this person was juggling two options. Yes, they were with the Lovers. And I kind of feel they need to bring balance back into this situation. And I do feel somebody getting ready to come forward and embrace true, deep love with you, an intimate relationship, and somebody getting ready to make a decision from their heart. And maybe they've been struggling with mental health illness or heart issues. And maybe they're going through a period of recovery before coming in for that new beginning. Because now we got another pair on the board, the King of Wands. And one of these things is not like the other, and it's that Queen of Cups. So you very well could have some air and fire in your chart, but I feel there's somebody getting ready to take inspired action, stepping into a leadership role with you, and stepping into the spotlight. I think somebody's been very overly sensitive, maybe fear of criticism if they come forward, because they've recently closed out a very painful situation that's brought them a lot of sadness, a lot of grief, and I feel the doorway is opening for this opportunity for happiness with you, and somebody definitely needs to get a weight off their shoulder. Somebody definitely needs to get a weight off their shoulder, and they want to come in and do the work, and they're coming in to say, hey, I've moved on from that situation. I want more from life than this melodramatic drama queen who emotionally manipulates me, and I'm on a spiritual quest with you. I'm choosing to make these life changes because I've had a major shift in priorities, Taurus. I want to learn everything about you. I'm ready to learn everything I can about what it is that you do, what it is that you're passionate about, and maybe we can work together. Maybe we can start over, and here's a brand new offer in love. I want to bring forward flirtatious, romantic energy, Taurus. You got somebody that wants to fall in love with you and sweep you off your feet. So maybe get ready for a sudden arrival when it comes to a love affair, or maybe several offers coming in, like I said. But I kind of feel this is going to be an offer that will make your heart flutter. And it will be like a love where you both embrace art and spirituality. And this will be about planning for the long-term future and abundance. Abundance from past choices. So somebody is getting ready to come in to release some pride and ego. And I think you've been very, very patient waiting for what it is that you know that you deserve. And you knew this person made an unwise choice in the past, Taurus. And I kind of feel you know that there's always a better way, and maybe in the past this person lacked integrity because of a social circle, and maybe they had questionable motives in the past because of the people that they were connected with, and they took a gamble and they went in the wrong direction, and now they want to come forward loyal, dedicated, protective. But I think you're going to be a little bit apprehensive, Taurus. The Queen of Swords is apprehensive. And somebody's definitely been planning a long time to take action towards you to get things going. But they've been waiting, maybe waiting for this other woman to leave their life. Maybe waiting to, have that financial stability. Maybe this person has been facing some financial struggles, some financial challenges. And maybe the fear, thought-based programming is around money and security. But I feel maybe somebody needs to reach out for some assistance with you. But I feel you as self-employed, doing well, single, grounded, living your best life. And somebody I think is getting ready to stop playing it safe. They want to come in for that fresh start. They're working on pushing those fears aside, and they're getting ready to take a leap of faith because they don't have any peace of mind in their life, Taurus. They want personal freedom, and they are fully aware of others' actions now, which has led to a huge loss, I feel. And maybe your person is trying to recover from a material loss after an ending. But I feel somebody wasn't being honest with themselves in the past, and an embarrassing secret has recently come out when it comes to an ending, or somebody wanting to, leave a situation to go towards you because they want victory with you. They didn't make a wise choice, and they want to come forward with public recognition for you. They want victory for you. This is like a victor. This is a warrior. This is a hero energy. And there is this possibility for a reunion, to revisit maybe an old romance that never really got off the ground, or maybe an old romance that deeply wounded you. But I feel, get ready for somebody from the past to come forward that, you know, is experiencing a lot of sadness when it comes to losing you. And I don't think they've been able to let you go and release the past. And maybe this was a huge lesson in personal growth from all of these challenges. But I feel the possibility to heal a past misunderstanding. And maybe this will truly be a celebration with the Three of Cups. Maybe this will lead to an engagement of some sort that will maybe further lead down the road to a wedding or a commitment, or maybe even a child. So I feel definitely choosing your family wisely and passionately going after a new romantic kindred partnership. I do feel somebody's traveling towards you, and I feel there's great sadness over a missed opportunity with you. And maybe this person didn't see your worth or your value the first time around, but they see this as a sacred connection. And I think they've not been clear with their motivations towards you, and they've been hiding the fact that they've been wanting to come forward. So somebody likely has been keeping an eye on you in the background, preparing to come in for a reconciliation, likely dealing with a lot of conflict, breaking free from a situation that they've been juggling for quite some time. And there is a realignment, because as you step into integrity, that makes you very magnetically attractive, Taurus. And I think that's going to quickly bring in an offer, because there's somebody restless and they know that they have to come in with immediate action, or maybe they might lose you to another option. So get ready for a passionate relationship to burst on the scenes coming up here, Taurus. And I feel this will really bring a lot of success into your life, a lot of victory and success. So let's get you a couple last messages from Spirit. I do see Cancer, Fire. We have Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We pretty much got everybody here. So I don't think the signs really matter at this point in time, but I feel you are very generous, you are very gracious, and I think your sensible approach to life is really drawing in somebody that is going to be your perfect match. And I think, you know, this was a lesson in returning to who you were, you know, without all of these outdated beliefs, all of these old mindsets. And maybe the two of you needed some breathing room to nurture yourselves and to return to that part of yourself that you lost when it comes to a very deceptive situation in the past. So I think get ready to process some deep-seated emotions and to have a deep heart-to-heart conversation, because somebody's getting ready to take accountability and to be responsible. And I feel Spirit's kind of in the lead right now when it comes to this situation. And maybe these emotions run deep, and maybe there's going to be some more obstacles to overcome, Taurus. But I think you're going to get through this. This was definitely a lesson in evolution, and maybe closing out some very difficult past life karma that was needed to be healed this life when it comes to facing these challenges, and a big lesson in honoring your mind, body, and soul. So I think get ready for a do-over of some sort. I think somebody wants a chance to do something over with you, and they're coming in with a whole different approach. And all you need to do is sit in that peaceful energy, know your worth, know your value, and know that everything is working out according to divine will, and just release the need to know an outcome. Just stay in that positive thought process and know that an amazing impactful outcome is on the way, Taurus. And that's what I got for you. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.